now. I beg. They do baby cry. No, come my friend, come cry. Now give you biscuits so you chop the food. No. Don't tell me that. Because from here, this was just a simple praises.
This case is
praises as my guy. You the best. Why you come overreact now? Your mouth wide. Once swallow me, come chop me. I will repeat it.
You are trying to be funny over your
stupidity. You go and hang yourself somewhere.
So with this week being the final week, right, for the whole 9 weeks or 10 weeks thereabout, we would naturally expect that, hey, it'll be blissful, peaceful, and, filled with harmony. I mean, really? But no, these housemates are trying to tell us for whatever reason that, hey, we're not going to stop giving you guys content, even though we're like, you guys can actually breathe, just be nice to each other, enjoy your last week, have fun. No, they're not having it. So yeah. The besties of the season, or even though their relationship has been pretty weird, but hey, Phyna and Rachel, who were friends for a while, and then they fell out, and then they became friends again when they ganged up against Chi-Chi. Yeah, they had a falling out yesterday. And what was the cause of their fallout? For me, I just say it was simply Rachel overreacting. Maybe she was taking her rider role too far, or she was just getting really emotional about the fact that she was not really in the race, and so she didn't stand a chance of winning the 100M, which I think she should be grateful for, because hey, if Rachel was actually in the race and not a rider, she would have left Big Brother's house a long time ago, because a lot of persons did not like her. Even fan base, she doesn't really have much fan base. And almost every time, she's always up for eviction. The housemates are always nominating her. So she should be grateful for the fact that she's a rider, because I don't think she would have survived. She definitely would not have survived till this final week if she was not a rider. So yeah, what happened? And I'm sure you want to know, but hey, let me introduce myself first. I am Bethy, and this is the Big Brother Naija show here on Thav TV, where I keep you updated on everything that happens in this season of Big Brother Naija, the Level Up season, which is coming to an end. So yes, as I was about to say, what happened between Rachel and Phyna, the besties? Well, they became besties because of violence. Or ganging up against someone. Anyway, so yeah, Phyna was just in a natural way. They're all having a chit chat, right? And Phyna had started talking about congratulating the riders. Of course, she didn't know that they were riders, but she was just like congratulating them for their strength and being able to stay in lockdown for about 2 weeks, because hey, they were on lockdown for 2 weeks, whilst the other housemates were just on lockdown for 1 week. So she was like, if she was the one, she didn't think she could take it, that she's really they're really strong and all of that. She was basically just congratulating them. And maybe it got Rachel in a weird place, because we all know, I mean, we the viewing audience, we know that Rachel is not a real housemate. So maybe she felt bad and kind of rubbed the fact that she's not a housemate in her face. But Phyna didn't know that. And naturally, what she was saying was nothing wrong. I mean, given all the information that Phyna has, which is her thinking that Rachel is a normal housemate, she was just congratulating her girl. And Rachel was like, it's fine, dead that talk. Like, Rachel wanted the conversation to end, so she was like, Phyna should stop talking about it. And I think Phyna didn't really adhere to her, and then she flipped. And then she started going on and on. It became a problem. She was insulting Phyna, that Phyna is not smart, Phyna doesn't have sense, Phyna lacks understanding, and blah, blah, blah. And Phyna was like, I don't understand, where is all this coming from? Because to her, it was just like, you're overreacting. I'm just congratulating you. I'm just, telling you that I'm telling you that you did great. And Rachel was telling her that, hey, you don't have a right to tell me how I feel. Now, one thing about, once a line starts flying, everybody starts using it. Now, if there's one thing a lot of these housemates have been saying in this season of Big Brother Naija is, you don't have a right to tell me how I feel. So even when it applies and when it doesn't apply, you hear everybody say, oh, I can feel what I want to feel. You don't have a right to tell me what I feel. Because at that moment, Phyna wasn't trying to tell her what to feel. She was just like, you're overreacting, is a fact. Yo, don't use the line of, you don't have a right to tell me what I feel or how to feel, to cover up the fact that you're really, really overreacting. And Phyna, we all know Phyna, that once Phyna starts, it's hard for her to stop. But the funny thing is that whilst Rachel was the one giving Phyna back-to-back insults, like really hurtful words, like abusive words, Phyna wasn't really saying much, because she wasn't really understanding what Rachel's upset was about. So she was just like saying, okay, I'm gonna keep saying what I want to say, even though you're feeling upset. I'm just saying, like, she kept on saying what she wants to say. That if it's paining you, hit your head on the wall, all those kind of things. And those things actually got to Rachel a lot, and Rachel started crying. Yeah, you heard me. She started crying, and Phyna was going. You know that moment when you hit someone and you don't think it's really getting to them, and you watching them cry, and Phyna was going on. If it's paining you, hit your head on the wall. All those kind of things. She didn't really say any really very insultive word to her, which is a first for Phyna. Which is definitely like a first for Phyna, because Phyna is somebody that we know she has words on the tip of her tongue, like she could give it to you hot, hot. But she wasn't doing that, and I'm like, okay, since when did someone being your friend start stopping you from insulting them? Well, I don't think it was about that. I think she just wasn't in the mood for an unnecessarily insulting fight, because I don't think it was because she felt Rachel is her friend. I don't think so. Nah. I mean, she did with Chi. She does it with everybody. She doesn't hold back. If she wants to say anything, she would say it. And then for whatever reason, Bella had, because over the week, I think this week, since Shrek was evicted, Rachel had been the one catering to Bella. So naturally, she had gravitated towards um, Rachel. So she stood by her side and saying that Phyna saying that Phyna has no right to tell her how to feel and blah blah blah. So she basically was taking Rachel's side, even though this was quite stupid. Most of the other housemates were just tired of the arguments. They just decided to stay out of it. Adekunle, Brian, and Cheesy weren't exactly getting involved. Even Chichi did not say anything. Like, she was just quiet, and which was really great for her, because hey, she couldn't get involved at all. Who was she going to take sides with, by the way? Was it going to be Phyna, who had literally talked her down the other day, or was it going to be Rachel? So it was just best for her to stay out of it. And this went on for a while. They were all outside in the garden because Big Brother had instructed them to stay outside. So those that wanted to walk away could not walk away. But eventually, when Big Brother had told them to move back into the lounge, into the house, they all moved in. And of course, the conversation went on. Anyway, so while Chichi had walked into the house and she was just making faces, innocent Chichi. Now, I don't know if it was out of cowardice and the fact that, what's their name? Rachel and Bella could not actually attack Phyna, that they were looking for someone else to attack. So they started trying to pick on Chichi and saying she was making faces, that she's just a gossip. She's looking for what to say. She's looking for who she's going to talk to. She's always looking for cheap gossip. That Chichi. And I'm like, yo, girl didn't even say anything. She didn't say anything. So how is she being dragged into this? I don't know if it's because they couldn't face Phyna, so they tried to face someone else. But Chichi still didn't say anything. And then they just, that was basically it, okay? So anyway, so that was how Rachel got her own deal of Phyna's, back to back. Even though Phyna did not even give her like half of what she gives other people, and she was crying. I mean, she had earlier said that she's a very emotional person and she hates to argue because most times she would start crying. But anyway, that was it between Phyna and Rachel. And, well, that was how it ended. Anyway, that's all for the gist between Phyna and Rachel, okay? And until I come your way again, I am Bethy, and this is the Big Brother Naija show here on Thav TV. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and leave comments, okay? And yes, vote your fave, because this is coming to an end. You cannot be an audio fan. Vote your faves to keep them in the house, to keep them to determine who's going to win the money, okay? So enjoy the rest.